Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Ghost of Antietam event for you. It's Conquest. The first map here is Railroad Cut, followed up by our second map, which is the Towering Trunks. So I just realized I had the wrong video up. Gotta love that. But there's Towering Trunks. Look at that. Beautiful. So thank you to our Patreon members for the support. We've finally been able to get a very upgraded PC. So if we have any issues with the broadcast tonight, that is why. But it's very exciting. The quality of this video is so good. So with that being said, our teams for tonight on the Confederate side, we got Archers Brigade, 7th South Carolina, 20th Georgia, 33rd Virginia, 7th Louisiana, 15th Georgia, and the Midwest Brigade. Whereas on the Union side, we got 5th Corps, 4th New Jersey, 1st Ohio, and the 3rd United States Horse Artillery. Server cap here is about 240 today. 2 more men on USA with about 20 men each on artillery. Crazy numbers. So with that all being said, on your top left for your CSA view, we got Kramer from the 7th Louisiana. On the top right, we got Snow Cactus from the 65th Illinois. But co-commentating with me today, we got Snow Cactus. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Snow Cactus?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was spitting off names. Luigi is a spy. Thank you. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I actually am Snow Cactus. I am a spy. No, hi. I am Second Lieutenant Luigi is a spy of the 1st LAB, part of Archers Brigade. Been looking forward to this for a while. Super excited.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here. So, this will be very good. I'm very excited. So, Conquest, it looks like. So you got the CSA taking the A point that's kind of close to their spawn, and then you have the Union taking the C point, which is again closer to their spawn. But the B point is kind of this middle interesting point that both sides are fighting over. No real good cover in the center of the map here. Union kind of holding up on the fence. CSA on their fence with CSA kind of on the point. So, Luigi, I guess, what would you say strategy should be for Railroad Cut here?
This map can be a bit of a tough one. Every time that I've been on it, it's definitely hard to get out into the open on some of these points. Personally, I think it would be best to turtle up a little bit, grab what you can, and really just, you're going to have to butt against each other's heads over this main point here in the middle. See how long you can whittle away at the other guy's side and run out when you see an opportunity. Other than that, it's going to be really hard for either team to get a foothold here.
Yeah, and that exactly. And so if you don't know, it looks like Union's decapped A point. Union has C point. The Confederates have the B point. So how Conquest works is on top of the normal tickets that you see in game when someone dies. On top of that, the flag pulls, if you have more cap than your opponent, you start dealing a ticket drain to them. So the Union has 1 flag up, so they're dealing 1 flag's worth of damage to the CSA right now. So
no, always love this game mode. It's definitely interesting to see what each side will come up with when it comes to flanks, trying to hold on to certain points, seeing what regiments can do what to really pull people across either end of the map.
yeah, and so CSA moving back to that A point, looks like they've capped it. Union still kind of holding back, not really pushing for this B point. You do have the 1st LAB kind of holding out in the open field right now. And it's interesting. I haven't really seen a team hold that spot before. And
yeah, it's definitely an odd call, but I mean, maybe it's something for a larger play up into the future. Maybe we'll be able to see some odd flanks or plays for the flag themselves.
yeah, it looks like they kind of went back to that B point trying to capture it right now.
Oh. There is the, that's the, Is that the first LAB out there in the field?
Yeah, it is.
Yep. It's my flag boy Scooter. There he goes. Running it off.
Got the 14th Tennessee kind of rolling up on
Oh,
the
it looks like
yeah.
Yep, it looks like we got them out in the corn, seeing if they can make a play. I'm amazed that they actually have this much of a foothold as of this point.
The CSA here, or
Back from the fence line, a few steps back.
Yep, CSA keeping the Union back out into the corn, but they might be looking for an opportunity.
so Union actually kind of holding a lot of guys back here. You got the 2nd U.S. Sharps there. You got 14th Indiana, 4th New Jersey. I mean, Union's holding a lot of guys back right now. CSA's kind of doing the same thing, but not as many from the CSA side. 15th Georgia looks like they're moving out. 7th LA is kind of holding on the far side. You do have Kramer's view that little pixely. We're picking up people's viewpoints through Discord calls, and Wi-Fi ain't the best for it, but still appreciative of getting those frontline views. You got 20th Georgia rolling up. You got this artillery for CSA. They kind of rolled up to this spot here. Union actually kind of fighting over this B point.
I would say, and whichever team is going to be going for this flag, they're going to be fish in a barrel, no matter which way you look at it. It doesn't matter who's out there. You're going to be exposing yourself on all sides.
Yeah, and looks like some CSA are starting to move out to prevent 5th Corps here from doing that. Looks like it's the 14th Tennessee. No surprise there.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to make it in time. They caught him with plenty of time for that flag to go up, but now it's going to be if they could actually push him off.
Yeah, they successfully have. So flags are still even-wise. You have more guys going in. TKO from 3rd Kentucky. I have not seen those tags before.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've heard of them either.
So
all right, it looks like the CSA managed to grab it.
Hell yeah, there we go, boys.
So there you go. Yeah, it looks like they're claiming that back up. You do have some CSA forces kind of moving out. I don't know if they're trying to flank around or get to the C point. Looks like more they're trying to go around. Maybe you have some 15th Georgia guys here kind of going for that C point. They're not really going to do much, but
no, they're way too outnumbered for that.
Oh.
Ooh, this could be interesting.
8th Kinetic slamming in the back of 7th South Carolina, and they get the swipe here.
They really caught them off guard.
And CSA have capped that B point, so they're up 2 to 1 right now. So they're dealing 1 flagpole's worth of damage.
Now we get to see them fight down these picket lines, unless they're going to go straight to B. Oh, it looks like they're going to go for it.
Come on, boys. Come on. They can't kill all of us.
Yeah, you do have some Confederates. First LAB's been out here the whole game.
Yep. Hey, if there's one thing we know how to do, it's how to skirmish. Now the question is just with that flag right there on point, if they're not going to be able to get the spawns back in, regardless of how many men you knock down.
We coming, boys! We gonna come!
CSA moving in to stop him. I see Palmetto. I see 14th Tennessee Meat Cutter kind of led that charge, and he died. Union decapped the point, but looks like
at the end of the day, they're really holding back on A. The Union is playing it very conservative here at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, they're committing a good chunk of their team to just sit back here. I mean, what? We're back up. We're up to 260 now. And Union has 19 guys on artillery. I mean, CSA does as well. Is that over here? Where's the Union artillery? Oh.
All the way back here. Not a lot of targets for them, honestly. That's a really tough time for the Union Arty.
Yeah, I don't know. It brings into question, is it worth putting that many guys on artillery? Because I mean, the CSA guns are right up in here. They got a great spot, a great view, kind of over this point they're fighting. Union side, again, still not going for the A point. CSA's not bothering with C, and I mean, why would they?
There's no reason for them to. If they already have the flag and a half, then all they have to do is just hurdle up, hold fast, and get ready for the Union to come to them.
Exactly. And it's not like the Union or the CSA, for that matter, can really use a Steam chat. They don't use Steam chat. They just send runners in this game. So
He said, I don't like our odds. You ain't quiet.
It's a lot of distance for a runner to cover on a map like Railroad Cut.
Maryland has called for aid. Message from Port New Jersey. We are going to B point to assist First Maryland.
So it looks like Union's trying to get some organization, but I mean, jeez. Why does it look like CSA has just a lot more men than the Union on this overview? That's weird.
It really does, doesn't it? They are just stacked up along the B point. That's insane. And it looked like we had a two-man spread?
Yeah, it's it's a two-man spread right now.
Man, that's odd. That's for sure. It looks like not a lot of people are spawning in, and with the Union artillery placement, that just is a rough start for the Union.
And Union's got some time to kind of come back on the situation. Obviously, they can take that B point. It's just going to be hard. I mean, if CSA just kind of envelops the field and just shoots the Union as they go out there, it'll be a thing of beauty. So who do we got over here? Looks like some decappers. Unfortunately for them, they got a company up there.
It's been a tough lesson for the last couple of weeks in the different events I've been playing, but leaving any point unattended is just, it invites a bad time for the entire team.
There's one guy in front of us.
Definitely smart for 7th LA to be holding back like this.
I mean,
run left.
Kramer and his guys, they're starting to kind of adjust around.
Finish reloads, finish reloads, finish reloads.
I see movement
What?
northeast.
Hey, look, you got some more Union moving up here. 2nd U.S. Sharps kind of engaging with the 19th Georgia. I see 14th Tennessee as well. Some CSA are actually going through the core, and it's the 5th Corps and 20th Georgia. Looks like they're steamrolling to the C point here. And I mean, really only the 1st Ohio's here to defend, and the Union Artillery, which Union Artillery is focused on that woods. Union hitting engaged here.
That Arty is going to be hungry for some easy shots. We'll see what happens if they can bust through this corn here.
1st Ohio got caught off guard, but at least they held the first part. But 20th Georgia is just going to roll in there with the flag. Union's chasing. 8th Connecticut is. I don't know if 20th notices them behind. Oh.
Oh. New paint job. I don't think they're going to tell whose flag that is at all.
Yeah. So Union gonna hold that. You do have some more Union groups kind of going through the woods here, but I mean they're just getting cut off here. It looks like the 8th Connecticut Cavs going over to try to decap. They kind of got no one there in terms of CSA defenders, but looks like they're starting to turn around here.
Yep.
And,
Chased
moving
off
away.
the previous, only to come back to someone in your bed at home.
And where do they go? Oh, they kind of cut off the point. Are they going for artillery?
That's a very smart decision if they want to make a play for B point. No comms in game, just going up and doing work. That's smart.
You cowardly Yankee cock.
that pistol. God damn.
This might shake the CSA up just a little bit. It's going to take a while for some spawns to come back in and get ready. If the Union can capitalize on this, which it looks like they're getting ready to, this could be a moment.
Yeah, we'll see. Union's kind of stopped pushing down this left side. Maybe some respawns got pushed back or wiped, but Union's kind of steam heading this right CSA side. You got the 19th Georgia kind of there in the corner, and the first LAB's moving real far up here.
We're going to see what they can pull over on this corner,
Oh my
but
goodness.
definitely leaves B point a bit open.
Thought I just saw a team kill in front of me, but looks like Union's starting to push up through the woods on the right. 8th, 5th Corps guys here.
Question is, are they going to do what they did beforehand and push up through the arty, or are they just going to make a beeline straight to point?
I mean, 7th LA, who's kind of holding on this position up here, you could definitely see him moving through the woods, at least from Kramer's view, which is what we're looking at right now. You could definitely see him, and he's now pulling back.
Let's go.
Looks like he couldn't
Yeah.
tell if they were friendly or not, perhaps.
And then he lost too many. He's got to get ready for the next push.
Southwest and take out that company on me.
So we're getting to the halfway point of the round, and I mean, CSA just dominant. I mean, really, it looks like they have way more guys on the field, which I don't get how. It looks like you have them approaching through the wood line going to C. We'll check that in a moment. Well, that's artillery. 20th Georgia.
It
gonna move up.
definitely looks like they're a lot shorter on men. I don't know why that is.
It's the spectating perspective is very weird sometimes. Can not make a lot of sense sometimes.
It's like first MD here, try and
Check.
bat back a little bit at the first LAB.
Yeah, it looks like they're engaging. I mean, no one's really going to budge there. I mean, with these flag respawns, everyone's going to be getting in these games or respawning back in relatively quickly. It can just be hard to push somebody out of a position. Unless you charge them out, but...
I was just about to say, ever since the change, 5 seconds per man, when it takes 20 seconds to reload, it just is a recipe for people to just stay on point regardless of how many casualties you take. It really has been a game changer.
I mean, yeah, what are your thoughts on that change? You like it? Do you not? Union's on B.
I definitely understand the want for some people to get in sooner and get back into the action, but for me, I feel like it's a big lesson in War of Rights that it isn't always going to be fast-paced. You have to really take your time with some things, and those moments can definitely pay off. Yeah, I feel like it should be that every single man you lose in your line, you should feel the weight of it. It makes officers more responsible, and quite honestly, the 10-second respawn time just seems a lot more likable in my eyes than the 5-second.
I would agree with that sentiment. You can't, like you said, you just can't get punished for anything anymore. Because you can just respawn the guys. And I mean, look at this. Union has held here for such a long time.
Getting torn about by artillery and independent rifle fire the entire time, and
They're still alive.
they're just, it's not even budging.
I mean,
But
they're...
now, 7th LA is coming into play.
Brothers coming in.
Friendly's coming in.
Friendly Confederates coming in.
Now, just like that, before they can even get the flag up, it's going to go right back into CSA favor.
Indeed. Sorry about the... I just jump scared everyone with the video outro. I'm getting used to some new hotkeys. So,
Fantastic. Hey, if there was ever a stream meant for Luigi. Let's go.
So Union actually do kind of take up this position on the side, but it's mostly because CSA really charged in to try to stop the Union from capping the point, which they have stopped them, and it looks like they're now 7th LA is sending up that flag.
Hey, smart decisions.
Definitely give off.
We've definitely been seeing that the more group, the larger group that you have, the better things are going to turn out for you. If they can manage to group up on this point before the Union realizes what's going on and sandwiches between them, they have a chance of getting that flag up.
And I mean, it looks like they're gonna get the flag up.
Which is
Wait.
absolutely insane. Look at the
I thought this
amount
guy
of
was
guys
raising the
shooting.
flag. He's dead.
Oh, and he's Union too.
I know. So sad. And 7th LA actually pulled off, but Union's about to hit engage. CSA is almost a whole morale stage ahead at this point. And the Union team, there's fighting over C. I mean, Union just feels completely outnumbered. I mean, this is terrible.
It definitely seems that the Union has been focused on C point just for a majority of the game. They just have a lot of guys staged down there, and when they do go to B point, it seems a little jumbled, and it seems like they're having a tough time organizing tonight. Normally the shoe's on the other foot, but it seems like a tough game.
And CSA do fully cap this point, the 20th Georgia.
Hearing a lot of complaints about network performance for a lot of people.
Tonight or just in general?
Seems tonight, but
Oh.
could be wrong. Oof.
It's like first MD here, kind of moving up, charging in here. 7th LA going for a counter charge, and
That's the full morale stage right there.
and I mean, here's the thing, right? You got a Union push here, great opportunity. What are we doing back here? I don't know if these guys just got in, but they gotta go.
Start to command. Start to command on support.
Now is the
Oh.
time.
Right side. Get over on the left.
Save a couple moving
Hearing
out. Yeah.
I'm hearing commit a lot, but I'm seeing a lot of people just standing on that fence line.
Yeah, I mean, only a couple. It looks like they were just maybe trying to save the flag. Yeah. But I mean, that just sucks because that Union charge, which was destined to fail from the start, if anything, it was more of a distraction. It was just wasted because now Union didn't go for the point. 4th New
Yep.
Jersey just didn't see. These guys are way too over. I don't know if 4th New Jersey didn't see. They definitely should have been able to see, but
Somebody grab that flag.
who knows?
I mean, hey, they got the flag to the fence. I'll give them that.
That's true.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Man.
that's cool to see. Because, oh my goodness. On my laptop beforehand, everything was at the lowest settings and crap, and being able to see the fence blow off like that, oh, that's just so nice.
After your shot.
Little things.
How about
Dress left dress. Pick a post.
the nice big end computer? That's gotta be
It's
gotta be rewarding.
it's nice. Obviously couldn't do it without, I mean, the Patreon supporters, I mean, everybody watching the videos. I mean, obviously growing the channel and everything, it's great. I mean, it's everybody that's been able to help out with this, so it's definitely sped up the process for getting this done. So it's very appreciative.
Oh, I haven't had a chance to say yet. Absolutely love what you do here, man. It's
appreciate
really
it.
cool to be here.
And the community, like yourself, makes it all worth it. That's for sure. It's glorious fun. There's a lot of good plans that I want to do, but Looking forward to. Just gotta some time before that happens as I get all this set up and a couple other things. But 8th Connecticut bonsaiing to the point. A couple minutes late in my mind. They should have done it sooner, but they're doing it now.
They are definitely going for it. No ifs, ands, or buts. It seems like the CSA is more than happy to just get some target practice in tonight.
I mean, yeah, this is... What? Mr. Lizard, I saw that team kill. I saw that team kill, Mr. Lizard. Anyways, CSA charging in 20th Georgia. It's funny too, because Snow Cactus, I could see his admin console pop up in the bottom left of his little stream. And so I can just, I'm like, I thought that was a team kill, and I looked at him like, that was a team kill.
Oh, I've talked to Snow Cactus on occasion. Very, very fun guy to talk to.
Indeed, he's been on the commentate before. It was good fun. So Union Decap B, both sides have their respective points at A and C, but Union's really trying to go for this B point, and the ticket difference is going to even get bigger and bigger. You do have some Union approaching A. It looks like there might be someone maybe decapping. Yep.
Oh wow.
Second US Sharps.
Wow.
But oh, they're going to cap too. Oh, we might get a counter attack in a second here. If assuming Union gets B, which it doesn't look like it, but here comes 7th LA.
7th LA coming back to where they need to be and where they're going to do the most damage. You know, this is what I think that the Union does best, and I'm amazed it took them so long. It's time and time again in matches I've played against the Union. They will ball up on a point, they bring all of our resources and all of our men to one spot, and then next thing you know, you just get snuck behind and things go from there. And it looks like they're doing some damage on B point too.
Yeah, they're starting to get it, but I mean, oh my goodness, look at that flag. But Union Cap B, they're up 2 points for probably another 15, 10. Yeah, there they go. CSA get A. So Union has one more flag pull. It's 2-1. CSA kind of getting around the far side. Who the heck is holding here? Oh, it's 8th Connecticut. Looks like they're turning around to see, maybe see the 14th.
Move, sprint.
For the 14th, that's going to be a really quick fight.
One, they're probably not going to win. Oh, someone just got drilled behind the camera. Holy crap.
That was some insane marksmanship by A. My goodness.
When you said quick, you weren't kidding. CSA not going up for that middle point. Unless something drastic happens, I don't see Union winning this. What I mean by drastic is maybe Union capturing all 3 points.
It's going to take a lot of coordination for them to get to A point together. It looks like they're going to give it a shot, maybe trickle in, but if it happens, it's definitely going to upset the sway of this match.
So you got Chris Moto pushing up with his guys, CSA pushing out to B. And that's the thing, right? Union spent so many resources, which they had to take this middle point. And now that they're completely battered up, spawning in at main or dealing with little problems at C, like look how many Union guys are over there dealing with 14th Tennessee, and maybe a couple others. But seriously, Union's weak, Confederates push in, and they're going to decap B and retake it with relative ease.
Yep.
So
it's just a recipe for disaster. They're just too spread out. The new meta for the game is just group up together, ball up, and the larger board you have, it's going to be better for you in the end.
yep.
Depending between points and everything, numbers matter now in this game.
I will say the one good thing about the increased server pop, which if there's more people on a server, each death is worth less tickets overall. That's just to make it so small on smaller servers. When there's less people, tickets are worth more per death, so that the rounds still go at a similar pace as larger servers. But
Yep.
I will say the increased server pop, which means less tickets lost per death, and the 20% ticket decrease per test because of the 20% ticket decrease per death because of the 5-second flag change. I think this has been great for Conquest and Contention, just because I think the round focuses way more on capturing and defending flags, pulls, than about your deaths. That tangent, but I don't know.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of these changes lately have been very helpful to Conquest and Contention. Even the 5-second respawns, because I mean, these big maps are made for big server counts, and you want to get people in. So, skirmish is a different topic. I think all the changes are terrible for skirmish, but
I first started playing just over a year ago now, and I remember when I very first started playing, it definitely felt a lot more conservative and, you know, defensive in nature. And there's nothing wrong with that in any sense, but lately, I feel like the casualty counts for both teams have just been skyrocketing. Definitely a lot more action every single match, at least that I play.
And I mean, that's when you're going to get when everyone's spawning in quicker, when tickets don't mean anything anymore outside of the flags, ticket drain. I mean, I think it's made this game mode a lot better.
Yeah, it definitely adds to the thrill of it. It makes it a lot more engaging for a lot of players, but yeah, I feel like it definitely sacrifices things in other ways too.
Yeah, I think skirmish is. I don't like skirmish much anymore because of the changes. The biggest reason why I don't like the changes for skirmish is these skirmish maps were made a long time ago when there were only 100, 150 players at most in the game. And the problem is you get to a point where the maps are so small, the defending team can set one big line across the whole map. The attacking team can't outmaneuver the defending team. They just have to, again, blob up and slam to the enemy. And most of the time that doesn't even work. So
anytime you are charging an enemy line, you have to be ready to lose 1/3 to, if not a half of your forces before you even get there.
Right. And I mean, that's the thing. That's why I'm happy with the larger player counts for Conquest and Contention, because the maps are bigger. There's a fair amount of outmaneuvering and flanking happening on this. You wouldn't see this on a skirmish map.
Not even close.
No flanking. So, so Union holding C again, but a little side tangent. Gotta love it.
Still have one whole morale stage on the Union. It's I understand wanting to hold C, but drastic times.
Yep. You got to go for something. You're not going to win if you sit at C. Sure, it might leave it undefended, and CSA might flank around and hit it, right? But you're not winning what you're doing right now, so
you got to go for A. You got to do something. Been seeing a lot of fighting in the woods here in between A and B point.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's a good spot for both teams to kind of maneuver on this B point, especially for the Union. So let's see, those Union guys at C are kind of going back. Looks like they're going to try to make a push for A, but
I think Cavs could go decap.
Whatever they're gonna do, they got to do it now. The timer's only getting shorter.
What, A or B?
Break your loads, break your loads.
Chris, eighth is going down. Eighth is going down.
and there they go. Maybe they're going to B, or they're just going up and over.
Where are we going? It's good.
It seems they don't even know.
Eighth is going in right now. Eighth is going to flag right now.
Yeah, they're going in for B. You do have those Union guys going for A. Not a whole lot, but I find it... Never mind. I'm really surprised that Union is trying to cut to this B point from over on this side and not behind me, at least based on where my camera is. Just because the Confederates are a little closer there. I don't know, but I like what Union's doing here. They're very spread out. only sending a couple guys up here with the flag, because most of the time groups will just bunch around the flag, and you're just gonna die. You're just gonna get slaughtered. Sure, these guys are dying, but
Ooh.
instead of, I don't know, 30, 40 guys dying right there, you have, I don't know, 5, 6.
Alright, keep pulling it down, keep pulling it down.
Unless they found a way to clean sweep the RD, no matter how many of them or how spread out they are going into this field, that RD is just gonna have a field day.
Yep. It's a morale and a half stage difference. CSA starting to get around the flanking side. Please, there be a team. Oh, I thought there was gonna be a team kill. You got the 7th LA kind of going around the side. This map's really pretty much over. 7th LA is actually gonna go for the C point, which no union. Never mind. Who is it?
Oh, 5 men.
5 men. They will single-handedly. Oh, are they trying to flank around, or are they going for the C point?
Oh, no, they're swinging back in.
CSA going in.
Kramer is doing the old reach around.
So 4th New Jersey trying to charge in the 14th. Tennessee who's trying to prevent this. I mean, Union's playing this smart. They're not really taking this bait. Some of them are, but they're just sitting back in their perimeter shooting at a ball. How is this flag alive?
I was about to say the same thing. That morale stage for the CSA has barely budged, and the Unions is just dropping.
I will say the bars, at least when I've seen them, they seem deceiving. At the beginning of a morale stage, the bar goes down significantly slower than it does in the middle and at the end of a stage. I don't know why, but it feels that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's already taken a bit of a punch right there. It seems the Union was able to push that little group off of B point. Seems they still want to have a little bit of a stranglehold on it.
Yeah, it looks like they took it. So they're up 1 flag right now. It's not going to mean a whole lot, but at least keep things a little interesting.
It's a little victory.
Oh my god, they're getting shot at.
Dude.
Oh no, Rice doesn't see them. Rice doesn't see
Run.
them. Oh, he's so
Rice,
lucky.
Run.
So Union pulling off the field. 7th LA getting wiped there. You have a couple of stragglers making it out. Oh, it's 19th Georgia. Never mind, not stragglers. But 3 minutes left. Is Union going to hit last stand? Maybe.
Friendly's here, friendly's here, friendly's here. Alright, we're clear. 4th New Jersey!
They definitely
All
now
is well.
have
Get
a
the
little
spray
bit more
going. Let's
control
spray
over B point. Now all they have to do is be able to shoot off anyone that tries to get there.
Right. I don't. Out of like the past 3 or 4 times I've watched this over the past couple months, I have never seen the Union team win this point. It's like, again, I feel like I've watched the same match a bunch of times because CSA capture the point, they hold back up over here, and they just shoot down the Union into oblivion. I've never seen the opposite happen, and I don't know why. It's really weird.
That pincer movement there from what was it, the 4th New Jersey and the 8th?
Yeah, when the CSA
That
bonsaied in
pincer
the
move-
point.
Yeah, when they got there, that was something.
I mean, yeah. And that's the first time I've seen Union like effectively defend a CSA push. Granted, they outnumber them by a lot, but the strategy they had there was good. They just surrounded them and just shot towards the big blob. Like, here we go. Midwest Brigade's going for the point. The 7th OHVC. That's a heck of a tag.
And I think these guys drew the short straw, seemingly.
All right, Union.
I would say they're just, oh, that's one fat turkey, man. They're just hugging each other.
3 left.
Oh,
Oh, there goes. There's a 14th Tennessee guy. Is more coming up? There's another one. 15th Georgia Midwest Brigade with the flag. Looks like they're going to try to take this back. Union are kind of going for A, but not really.
1 minute left.
Yeah. This game is pretty much wraps. Union might hit last stand here.
Here they come!
Okay,
Oh,
there is no need to do this.
none at all.
Sit back and shoot. You have the advantage. Granted, it doesn't matter at this point, but for sake of talking strategy in general,
It's just a bad tactical decision. You're already down.
and with 30 seconds left, Union still hasn't hit last stand. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's
There's
meat cutter.
cutter.
No!
Oh. Hey, I will say, of all the people I've met so far in this community, no one's voice cuts through quite like Meat Cutter.
Did you see that guy? The CSA guy just like flew up in the air for a second. Anyways, Luigi, you got thoughts for this round?
You know, I feel like the U.S. did a really good job pushing B and doing their best to get on point. I just don't understand the reason why they held back from back at A so much. That's so many men that they could have had pushing the point at any given time. It definitely hurt them in the long run, but good job from the CSA. Lots of good shots, and the 7th LA holding down the railroad itself. That was a fun match to watch.
Indeed, and we'll see you in round 2. All right, here we are with round number 2 right now. We're still at 260. That number popped back up since I looked a moment ago. Artillery. CSA has got 22. Union's got 17. That's about a 5 in balance. So numbers, infantry-wise, are a 3-man in balance. So CSA Artillery is located by the B point over here. It's in an okay spot. They have some nice visibility. You got a tree or two, a couple of houses in the way, or yes, sheds. That's probably the better word for it. In the way, you do have the C point over here, which is where Union Artillery is located. Which this is fascinating. I wonder where they're rolling the guns.
They seem to have some kind of plan. They're doing something.
Yeah, I wonder. Surely it's got to be somewhere in this direction because I think I guess the fence doesn't go through here, but I don't know why they would put it over here. Anyways, we'll see how that goes. And then we got the A point, which is over here. You do have a couple Union guys capturing it. Both sides really kind of spreading themselves out to start this game. Sorry about that spectator thing, but I mean you can kind of see it on the bottom below that of just how spread out the teams are. As they're kind of getting set up. Big map, big things. CSA capturing that B point in the distance. Most of the fighting is probably going to be over C and A just because of how this map really is. CSA can kind of make this nice line. You kind of see it right now and kind of just push in this general direction to the north and hit the Union there. So I would say CSA bias map. I don't know your thoughts, Luigi, but
on a map like tonight, I would 100% agree. These lanes that we have to run all the way up on the Union, those are one thing. Shooting them off is going to be another, but with these big wide open spaces, they just love to run down the fence lines, get into hand-to-hand, and just take the point from there. It might be interesting to see what the Union already has to say, if they could stay alive long enough to put some holes in these fences.
oh, okay, so they went the way I said they wouldn't. I wonder
wow.
wait, there's a hole there in the fence, but you do have 19th Georgia guys here. And CSA has a little bit of an advantage too. I mean, CSA can blob up and hit A or C. Granted, from the overview, which they don't see, A would probably be the better option, especially just because you're voiding the chance for artillery to do anything funky. But C might be a better choice too, because if you full send A, B could be open, and Union might get a little tricky with that.
Absolutely. It's going to be I don't think they even know that first is there as of yet.
This is so weird. Nobody sees each other.
Yeah, they're just rubbing shoulders right now. Oh my god.
Shoot this man right here. Shoot this man right here. Right here.
I don't know if that's a smart idea.
Northeast, northeast, east.
They don't see each other.
Good shot. Good shot. Good shot.
Southeast over here, we got our enemy artillery right here. Here they come.
Oh, there's the infantry.
Oh no.
Let's go now, rebels! What are you doing, rebel? Give him a minute.
So CSA kind of getting caught off guard. A couple more guys trickling in. 19th Georgia going around the flank.
It definitely feels like they're trying to bite off a lot on this very first bite of the sandwich. There he is going in, and it is not going well for them.
Nah, they're going in. Union's defeating them in detail as they go in very sparsely. Obviously, Union has a couple guys. Oh, one of them. Comes a couple more guys in. Flippy.
They're managing to drop a lot. It seems they're falling back. I think they think that they're a much larger force than they actually are.
Could possibly be. You got the 20th Georgia kind of sneaking around the right side there. Kind of going to the center of the map. Looks like you have Union respawn, or Confederate respawns moving in this. Confederates, again, just flanking around the side. 15 Georgia, decapped it. Both sides have one flagpole. And I mean, you can see the difference in tickets right now, most of the part due to that flag. Obviously in the engagement we saw, but looks like we got some Union engagement kind of going around this center as CSA kind of holds up on these snake fence here and over there.
In any engagement, having a flag right there lined up nice and tidy with the rest of your line, if you get flanked on, it's gonna be a not a pretty sight if they get the drop on you.
It will not. Going back to the 8 point, and 15th Georgia's doing a great thing here. Union doing the same to CSA. Very interesting, because last round we saw them defending their points very closely, which granted the points were a lot closer than what this is, but I mean, 15th Georgia, great idea. Look how many guys are being brought over here. 4th New Jersey, their whole regiment of what, 15-ish guys over here are being distracted from the fight because of 5 dudes, which is big. Looks like CSA kind of took that spot. We saw the melee happen earlier, but I mean, who do we got here? 8th Connecticut guys. So this is fascinating. They're probably going to hide out near this barn, if not in the barn.
It's a small amount of men can definitely do a lot more than a lot think. If you can not necessarily kill or even engage the enemy, but keep them pulled off of a certain point, that can be a massive, massive plus for your team.
So, despite my comments earlier, Union's dominating this map so far. I mean, great job from the 8th Connecticut guys over there. They just decapped and ran off. Union retaking this, and it looks like 4th New Jersey is going to stay there. And I mean, really, as long as Union can hold this C point, which they've got a nice position to do so, this could be a complete domination, more than we saw last round.
It just might be. They definitely have the positions as of this moment to really just keep putting the hurt down on the CSA. I'm eating my words, that's for sure. I think it's going to be a big moment to see if the CSA can push on to a certain point and really get a stranglehold on it. Unless they can get a certain point and hold on to it, I think it's just going to be this back and forth with smaller regiments coming in, neutralizing points, and just disappearing back into the forest.
What is Kramer doing here?
Oh boy, howdy! What are you doing? Friendly. Fuck! What are you doing? Oh my God!
Kramer was just running along those guys for like 20, 30 seconds.
I think he genuinely thought he was with the allies there. I think he was with his buddies.
I mean, maybe, but the random stuff you see. All right, you got 7th LA. They're holding here. Why aren't they moving to the B point? Looks like they finally are, but 2 CSA flags are holding way back. Confederates had engaged. Most of the fighting's happening here. Maybe 2 CSA flags here, I think. You got 1 at least. Holy crap, this is a sweep.
Yeah, this is oh.
CSA
Did they
taking
take
the
Union already?
Yeah, they took the guns.
Oh, this might be that moment I was talking about. If they can really push the Union off here, they might have a chance to go for the point.
Looking out here, you do have a couple Union groups holding up here. You do have some guns here. Looks like Union artillery's given up. Going on that right side, looks like they're going to hold over here.
Oh.
Look how many guys are just standing around here not doing anything.
That's the problem with artillery. I feel like it's very easy for artillery regiments to be happy to see numbers but not use them effectively.
It's yeah, it's unfortunate too. Union's gonna run off that A point. They got a couple guys there, but it looks like Union's trying to hit from two sides here. 8th Connecticut's going around this side.
Hey, come back here. Come back here. Come back.
They really had a tough time getting that guy.
Yeah. So Confederates do have that B point. 1 flag difference right now. Looks like 7th LA took it. Looks like they're trying to be a little quiet here in the bushes. But Confederates gaining ground, but Union still kind of have them contained.
Yankees to the east.
The artillery getting ready.
I don't think the CSA knows they're there.
Surely they see that flag.
They have to.
Oh, it was canister.
The cannons are gonna keep them busy though.
What was that?
Sergeant Alt, follow the star. Follow the star. Follow Ross.
Slid on the floor and was reloading at the same time.
14.
Yeah, I have to ask, how do they not know they're that close?
Man. The bush is just really containing. Wow. Shadows are very nice in this game. It's very hard to see people, and here they go.
Oh, we're about to see this happen.
They're moving. They're moving. They're moving. In the woods.
In the woods.
Sorry.
Looks as though some of the CSA is falling back, trying to find a position they could better protect.
Wow, 8th Connecticut, I don't know if they saw the CSA charging, but that was really well timed. They kind of swept up to the back side of that. Midwest Brigade, 14th Tennessee kind of going up.
I wonder what the Union artillerymen hear there, out in the woods.
Think I'm scared to see that? Well, there we go. Good one, boys.
But CSA do take that ground despite their backside kind of getting cut underneath them. These guys are a little, they're alive for too long. Oh my goodness.
That's a very
He missed.
old attack.
I don't know if he hit anything.
I think it just went right into the ground, right into the dirt.
Yeah, it did. There's an explosion.
I'm down.
CSA looks like they're going out for the C point here. I mean, they're down almost a little. They're down a little more than a morale stage, but Union's cutting around the backside. You have them coming from Maine.
Here comes first MD, and when they see that flag go down, it's gonna be open range here in the CSA in the field. Especially with how tightly grouped up they are. That's just asking for a volley.
Hey, Union take that position back. Both sides have one flagpole as CSA decap this. They got 2 flags here, so they're getting 2 guys every 5 seconds, or a guy every 2.5 seconds. Quick math. And
It seems like a couple of them are trying to pull off. That seems like the smartest decision. They've neutralized the point. That's all you could really do.
And A got decapped, so CSA's up by a flagpole right now. What the? There is one Union. What is this flag bearer doing? Maybe he's saving the flag that got knocked down, but he's probably going to die with the flag out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. There's no... tough to see.
How did these guys get the cap off with so many Union? Oh, weird. Anyways, while that is figuring itself out briefly over here, you got some 4th New Jersey engaging with some 1st MD guys. Yeah, that flag got killed or died there, but they're fighting over A point. Confederates are up by 2 flagpoles now. As Union pushes out to the C point, they're kind of charging these guys out here. Both CSA flags are down. If CSA doesn't pick them up for 5 minutes, they can respawn with them at main. But
in 5 minutes, those morale stages might drop to quite considerably. That might be a very regret-filled decision on the hands of those flag bearers.
yeah, I mean, 5 minutes is going to be huge in this. Obviously, CSA has the upper hand for now. They have B capped. Union does not have A or C. They're about to have C. But we've kind of go to this A point. CSA looking to outnumber Union and probably cap this.
They definitely have been able to move their team to different points throughout tonight. Their communication seems to be a lot faster than the Union, at least this evening. Usually it's the entire other way around.
So Union caps A. Confederate's going to hit A. I mean, it's a morale stage difference right now. There's plenty of time. We're halfway through the match. CSA can definitely overcome this. It's going to be an uphill battle, though. 8th Connecticut's charging into 20th. Georgia and 7th South Carolina guys here.
Smart decision to try to fall back and recover, get somewhere that's a bit easier to defend than just down that lane. Especially to get the flag out.
Yep. And they fell back at a good time too, because the problem is I see a lot of groups, the moment the enemy is in contact with them, then they order a retreat, and it's like by that point you're in combat. You shouldn't be running away because your enemy's going to kill you while you're trying to retreat. It's just terrible, and they retreated at a pretty dang good time.
That is one thing that I think is a big plus with the spawn rates for flags. All around, I think it's a pretty bad idea, but it definitely makes the flag bearer in any company one of the most important players in the entire match. I feel like a lot of people look at it and kind of sneer and think, you know, you're just a spawn point, you don't have a rifle. At least that's what a lot of new players think, but having the flag and knowing how and when to retreat it and how to use it properly is a massive, massive gain for whichever team has that.
Right. And, I mean, just like you said, I've seen some people, because right now, there's a leveling system in the game. Oh, wrong button. But you can see everyone's got a nice, lovely level here. But in order to unlock Flag Bearer, you have to be in-game level 5. Some people want it to go up to 10, which granted the most you can get is 100, but that takes probably a lifetime to get there.
It's been an interesting experience how long it can take to level in this game, that is for sure. I think that a higher level cap for flag bearers would be a good idea, but for some of the lower pop servers, especially when you're getting one started for the day in a pub match, that might be tough to find people that would be willing to carry the flag.
Right. So 8th Connecticut charging through, wiping CSA out on this side, and looks like they're going to decap and recap this point. So despite the little comeback we saw from CSA, looks like Union's going to take control of the situation once again. I don't know what he's saying, but there he goes.
Every time the Union's been getting charged out on this map, they have been managing to hold very strong.
Should pick that flag out. CSA winning that charge barely. Union kind of beaten back though, really.
Yeah, it seems that they are regrouping towards their main. It's going to be interesting to see if they go to C or A point.
It will be indeed. I don't like what the second US is doing here. Granted, we can see the overview of the map, but the thing is, right, is the only time you should be pushing up is if you want to gain ground. I don't think the Union needs to gain any ground past this kind of fence line they have here, maybe up to their artillery, but there's no point in pushing up here. Especially when we know how outnumbered they are and how they're about to get destroyed. But
if I was on the second US's position here, I think the smartest thing they could have done there was skirmish out on the caissons to the left of point there.
Yep.
From that point, they would have had some amazing fire lines and good cover. They wouldn't have been able to get snuck up on. I think that's their best position.
Yeah, I agree with that entirely. No point. You lost a flag up there as well. It looks like Union tried to block the thing with a cannon, maybe. It's almost loaded, too.
Oh, man. Hey, you know what? If it works,
I've seen
it
it work
mad
before.
At that point.
I've seen it work before. It's like the Union just disregarded this point for most of the game, and CSA just couldn't take it. I think I saw it once, and then so many people got mad at it that they just never did it again.
We'll have your name. We'll have your address.
Speaking of artillery, there's 1, 2 artillery guys going up to the. I see 3, 4, 5.
Oh, that was a good shot. Yeah, they got to move it back. They must have been having problems.
Cover him. Damn it. Fuck it, be scummy back. Move the cannon back. There we go.
Oh!
Ah, my legs! I can't feel my dick!
The double arty. That is just a rough time.
How was that artillery? What? Oh, it disappeared.
It's like the there's 2 bullets during the Battle of Gettysburg. They hit in midair.
Nice shot.
The ramrod that stood straight.
It stood strong. Holy crap! There's a lot of fighting happening at A. As the CSA, they look poised to take C. 8th Connecticut up using that kind of hill, but we do have some charges happening here. 4th New Jersey against 1st LAB.
Push through.
Oh, it looks like they are starting to break.
Flag, red flag in the street.
Wait, is that a 1st LAB?
Yeah, sound boys.
Okay, first SCOR. That explains it. That makes a lot more sense.
Don't stab my officer! You
7th LA charging in here. Friendly Confederates coming through.
Hey, we're friendly! What are you doing? We're friendly! Hey, we're friendly! We're friendly!
Enemy behind us! Enemy behind us! Enemy behind us!
They're kind of sweeping this right now. 8th Connecticut's gonna slam to the side though.
And then right back. The odds have changed.
That's the thing with the spectator camera, is that if you're not looking at the right angle, you could see something completely different. Like if we just continued looking at 7th LA charging through here and then kind of panned over here, we'd be like, wow, 7th LA is crushing it. And then you look and you're like, oh crap, here comes 8th Connecticut, and they just slam and push them out.
Hey, anytime you run into 8th Connecticut, I'll give them nothing but props. It's a, you know you're in for a fight.
They've been doing good tonight. They've been everywhere. On back to the C point here. It looks like CSA's kind of taken most of the ground here too.
Oh. It looks like the CSA actually has a couple of men spread out on those caissons. They have a perfect shot at that flag from that position. That's exactly where I would want to be if I was in the CSA's point.
So what are we doing here? How are they not dead? Never mind.
Oh,
Alright. Night Hunter, you got this?
I believe he's gonna go the mile. He's gonna go all the way.
Oh. So, second U.S. Sharps and mix of 5th Corps guys up here. Whew. Knocking down a good chunk there.
Very strange decision for them to just charge out in the open like that.
Yeah. Especially when you got the fences on the side. Union kind of moving around the far side there. Union, the ticket differential is getting closer, but Union's still up by 3/4 of a morale stage.
A little.
Yeah, it's I really think the next couple of minutes here are going to be very deciding for the outcome of this match.
Very much so. It's going to be big.
I understand the CSA wanting to push the Union away from the flag, but it's like you were saying earlier, they have B, they have C. There's absolutely no reason for them to be making this push right now.
I mean, the past 10 minutes, they've caught up maybe a 4th of morale stage. They got to pick up the pace. I do agree, unless they're going to push for A. Outside of trying to catch up on tickets, which I think is very important, there's kind of no point to this, but I think they need to catch up on tickets. So, for now, I think it makes a little more sense. So, CSA pushing back, taking the spots there. You do have a Union group at the B point, though. 8th Connecticut. I mean, where's 8th Connecticut not at?
They're just waiting out in the corn there. I wonder if they're splitting some of their companies up.
That could be.
It's going to take a miracle for them to not get called out here soon. They've been having a lot of CSA spawn on main.
He's perusing. Oh, the artillery guys just don't care.
I think he's just going for a nice walk.
He's just a nice stroll here through the towering trunks. What the heck?
He's going home to his ma and his pa. He's done with the war.
So...
Oh, don't... Is he going to go for that flag by himself?
He can't decap. He's out of line.
He's definitely trying to give it a shot.
He can't.
Thank you, guys. Oh, hi, Solomon.
Oh, hi, Austin.
There you go. Yeah, no, you can't be by yourself to run around and decap. I mean, because the thing is, if you just let anybody, regardless of if they're by 1 or 10 guys or how many guys, you can just have one Rambo guys running around the map doing that, and that really discourages team gameplay because it's a lot of fun to do that. Just run off by yourself and do that. How the... Oh, he's on a barrel.
Hang on. Just already.
They decap B. Rip these artillery guys. Mr. Steve gave up.
He just pulled out his phone, seemingly.
Oh.
When do you think Seabash will realize he's alone?
So, looks like some Union going for C. I don't think they're going to do much, though.
Where you going, bitch?
Come on, hold here. You're good, relax.
Some strong words.
No!
See, it's moments like that that just make me love this game
That's-
more and more.
That's the crazy thing about spectating is you can hop around a fair amount of different things. You just catch little things like that. It's so great. So you got the 5th, Alabama. I haven't really seen them tonight from my view, but
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
they're on the artillery.
Yeah, it
Close
is.
right. Close right. Red flag enemy. Red flag enemy.
Yeah, they're going for the flag. They're going for the flag.
No, they're coming for us. They're coming for us. Northwest.
Shoot at the flag, guys. Shoot at the
They're
flag.
shifting. Watch your right. Watch your right. They're coming right.
Oh,
Confederate
close
break.
call from that cannon.
Yeah. And 5th Alabama, they're very outnumbered. They don't have a flag. They got to fall back. I mean, the ticket
Back
difference is down to half a stage right now about.
Yeah, that's going to be very tough for them to come back from.
Yeah.
That was pointless. I was told you guys are decapping the point.
I didn't think there was that many fucking people.
Yeah, we were going to. They got it unlocked though.
It's unfortunate. It's fine. We just need the flag over here. We need people at sea anyways.
Yep.
Tonight they really have had it on lock. That is definitely for true.
Union's performing a lot better than they did last round. They have a couple guys at A. It makes a lot more sense than last round to that. But they're also keeping a lot less guys over here at A than what they were last round. And actually, there's still a lot of fighting. Not really any fighting yet, but looks like we're about to get some as CSA respawns going to make their way over at 7th LA. And the artillery.
I'm sure artillery's happy to, well, not happy, but at least they get to use their own cannons.
Right.
Oh, and their flag stopped too. You can see where they're at.
They see it. They're running.
I would like to thank Bill Dew, Keats, and Austin
if we run into trouble,
and the three of you dying, and me not. It's always my pleasure, Firepower. Damn right.
Don't go in there. You don't want to get kicked.
You just
Please send a cannonball.
Nice one, nice one.
I'm kind of waiting for that.
Into my bayonet.
Nice one. You're right. You walked into my bullet. Good job.
I mean, it looks like he's aiming it.
Yeah, let's go.
If they pull this off on that flag.
Oh, he missed.
Oh.
Union decap C though. They're up 2 flags right now.
Where the fuck are they? Where are they going?
Oh, they're
They held behind it. Oh shit! I thought they were gonna run. There they go. Come on, they're coming out to the right.
Couple CSA trying to flank around the side. It ain't gonna do much though. And CSA going for that B point. Come on, artillery, please.
And if there's a time for them to shine, it was about yesterday.
Yeah, Union actually charging, flanking behind the side. We'll go to C in a second. I think I see some charging over there. I don't think anything from CSA is gonna prevail over here.
No.
Outside of maybe decapping, but
The amount of fighting for C point right now still continues to just be an absolute bloodbath.
and looks like for now at least though that charge that it kind of fizzled out. A and C are confirmed in Union hands. We might have a counterattack here. The game might be over in 3 minutes, probably 4.
Yeah. It'll be really tough for them to be able to push back to any one of the points as of now, seemingly.
He needed to die.
get his deal.
Killed 2 flags. Wow.
So we'll see. You got more companies going for the B point here. Union's going to cap that C point any second now. How close is it? There it is. 3-minute counterattack. Black timer stopped. But the thing is, though, is Confederates are taking 3 flags worth of damage right now. So even if CSA somehow get out of this, they're going to hit last stand. 3 flag pulls is
Without a shadow of a doubt.
it's crazy. It's going to be crazy how quick they go down.
With as little in their morale stage as they have now, I think this one is a shut case.
Yeah, last stand, probably within the next 10-15 seconds. That bar's going down quick. And the thing is, too, is if you get out of a counterattack, unlike skirmish, you can't regain tickets in this game mode. Yeah, there we go. Look at that.
And there we go.
So all CSA who die, they ain't coming back.
Time to see what antics they get up to now.
Yeah, you got, I mean, CSA, their last hope to try to prolong the match, because this match is pretty much over. They're going to try to go for the B point right now. Looks like they're gunning it from their main spawn. I mean, really, if 8th Connecticut holds this off for another minute and a half, And that's the thing too, right? Is CSA not only has to decap a point, but they have to raise the flag. And that takes like, I don't know, a minute?
At least.
A minute and a
I
half?
was going to say around 45 seconds, maybe a minute.
So that's the 3-minute counterattack is insanely quick. And I get it, because if your opponent's in last stand, because the thing is, right, is when your opponent's in last stand, you got to wipe nearly everybody on the team in order to win. And on a big map like this, it's kind of hard to wipe everybody, especially if you have 5 to 10 people just off doing their own thing. So that's probably why there's the 3-minute counterattack. But I think this round is pretty much done.
I think it was done the second that it went into counterattack.
Yeah, CSA...
Look that line back there. Last stand. They have all their flags. Yeah.
You got any thoughts for the second round? Anything like to say before we call it a night?
You know, Towering Trunks is an incredibly difficult map. I've seen the CSA come back on it a lot of times, and I've seen us dominate on it a couple of times too. But tonight, the Union, they had their charges on point. They were catching the CSA off guard the entire time, and overall, I'd say that it was a really, really interesting match to watch. It's definitely a new perspective and a lot of fun to see play out.
Yeah, I liked. Thank you, Luigi, for coming on. I enjoyed. Thank you, Snow Cactus and Kramer, for allowing us to have your first-person perspective. It's always nice to see and kind of remind us what it's like to actually see what it's like from someone in the game just from seeing the overview. But besides that, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the support. This new PC has been phenomenal. This has been great. I'm very excited for the future. But thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe if you want to support the channel more. Check out the Patreon in the description where you can get live streams of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of our events with no commentary and UI. But other than that, we have our Discord and merch also in the description. All the regiment in this video are in the description. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
Thanks for having me, Eagle.